I'm Lee.
And I'm Nick.
And we are the Lodge Guys. Last year we bought an old decorator's van and converted it into a camper van.
Join us now on this series by clicking the subscribe button below and follow us on our latest adventure where we set sail from Dover and head into Europe for the summer. Everything was going so smoothly until we went to that campsite that we've just stayed at. Here's what happened.
Not sure you can see it on the camera or not, but there's hundreds of tiny little spiders everywhere. Look, they're making little webs here, and they're all inside the back of the van and coming out into the bed area.
So we woke up this morning with, well, we didn't wake up this morning.
No.
It was this afternoon, wasn't it?
When we got back from Bordeaux.
When we got back from Bordeaux, we opened the van door and there were hundreds, and I mean hundreds of either spiders or ants all over the floor.
Definitely spiders.
The entire outside shell of the van was covered in them, like they were kind of nesting on there. And then when we took the cupboard things out of the bottom cupboard where we had the leak last night, there were hundreds in that warm, moist area. So we sprayed it with ant insect killer, and we've left the site. We can't stay there because we'll be mithered and eaten. It'll be like one of those horror movies where all the scarab beetles come over us in the middle of the night and there's two skeletons in the bed in the morning. So we've had to leave.
There were little webs outside, weren't there?
Yeah.
So they were making a home on the van. We presumed they were coming from the tree above us or something, or the bushes at the side of us.
Well, we spoke to our neighbours, our Scottish neighbours, and they said that they'd arrived yesterday or today?
Yesterday, I think. Or something.
Yesterday, and they said that they'd got swatters out to swat the ants, but they got inside the van somehow, either up through one of the floor vents or God knows how they got in. But literally, they were going to be eating us out. So we said we're off. We're leaving.
We hadn't paid for another night there.
Who cares? At least we're not going to get eaten.
But we're off.
So we're off. We found a camping car park near our next destination, which is the largest sand dune in Europe. It is near trees, so we're not paying for it yet. We're going to get there, and then we're going to get out the van, have a look around, and see whether they're spider and ant free. But it is on the beach, so we are probably going to go to the sand dunes tomorrow on the scooters. But tonight, when we get there, it's going to take us an hour to get there. It is 8:30 at night, so we're not going to get there until 9:30. We've got half an hour of daylight, but we have to strip the inside of the van out, every cupboard, and get rid of every one of these ants and spiders. I mean, obviously there's going to be some under the floor that we're not going to be able to get rid of, but we'll just spray the repellent under there. But we can't stay there, so a bit of a drama for us today. We had such a great day when we were in Bordeaux on the last vlog, but it's a shame that it's ended like this. But we have seen videos of other people that put them out that say that they had spider problems covering their van.
I only watched it the other day and I was like,
yeah.
I hope that never happens to us.
And it did. I mean, we were literally parked under trees, in trees, around bushes, and the floor around the van was covered in like creepy crawlies. Up until now, we've always stayed in like car parks, tarmacked car parks, and I think from now on we probably still will. But yeah, so we're on his way.
Stopped at a service station because we figured we'd try and de-spider the van away from our next campsite. So we have just done inside, got everything stripped and all done. We've done the front, we've done the sides, got rid of all of them. There were hundreds and hundreds coming. Oh, there's still some here. Ugh. They were all coming out of here, marching along there like ants, but they did look like spiders and they were all going up there. Got all those. No, you had it. They were all coming out from under the tyre, but they've all gone. So the last place is just in here. Taking everything out, can't see any at all now. which is good news, obviously. So hopefully we've got rid of them all, and they're not like hiding under the van or anything, ready to come back out. But we wanted to do this, as I said, away from our next campsite, so that we don't take them with us.
So hot. This is actually hotter than Florida today.
28 outside.
28, and it's 9:30 at night. So as Lee said, we've pulled over at the Airs on the motorway. I don't know which motorway we're on. We're just heading from Bordeaux to the west coast of France. We've literally killed 10,000 ants stroke spiders. We couldn't work out what they were so small, but they were marching like ants, and it were almost like a baby spider's nest had burst and they were just spreading. But luckily the spray that we've got killed them instantly, and they just fell off the van. So I killed them, Lee brushed them all off, and then we went inside the van and stripped it completely. Inside the cupboards we sprayed disinfected into areas, into conduits and pockets. So hopefully we've got them all. We'll just have to keep an eye on it over the next few days, but we definitely need to get another couple of cans of that purple Raid, because it works wonders. So if you are travelling in France and you are in a motorhome, stay away from gardened areas, or if you do park in a gardened area, check the floor before you set up camp. Make sure that there's not thousands and thousands of creepy crawlies.
Yeah, to be fair, that could have come from anywhere. We could have got a spider anywhere.
And that's not one spider. That's...
It might have just been one spider that were...
No, because the couple opposite said that they were swatting them all day as well.
I suppose.
But when we pulled up, they were coming out of the headlight, like hundreds at a time out of the back of the headlight. So I've sprayed it all around the back of the headlight, so there's at least poison in there. And then inside the conduit on the wall, lifted the bed mattress up, didn't find any under there, went through every cupboard, couldn't find any, not one inside, apart from maybe one or two on the floor. They were mainly on the outside shell of the car, a lot on the undercarriage around the wheel area where it's warm, and loads in the bonnet. So we've given it a good spray with the Raid, cleaned them all off. The floor underneath the van was swarming with them, as if they'd kind of said, right, we've been booted off here, and they all went onto the floor and started making their new home in the air. So we're not going to get there now, because that took us best part of 50 minutes. We're not going to get there now until 10:20. The sun has already set, yes it has, so it's going to be pitch black when we get there. And then we have to make the bed, because we did the laundry at the last campsite, and it's not even been put away yet, it's all kind of just thrown in the van. So we've still got probably another half an hour of setup when we get there.
Always a positive in a negative. Look at that beautiful sunset.
You can't see it on the camera. I'm just going to zoom in past your chops. See if I can get it to focus on it.
Beautiful.
No, it's not focusing. Oh, it is kind of. There you go, you can see it. So it was only the other day I was saying that that van life on Instagram is never the reality. And it was the other day, but not today. This is kind of one of the things that we did expect, and we had planned for it, to get bugs and things like that. Now luckily we put the fly screen up. I don't know how much that protected, but
I don't think that protected us at all.
No, I think they were coming up through the vents in the floor, because in the van you get vents. I think I've swallowed one. You get vents around the wheel arch that allows, when you shut the doors on the van, that the air can escape through the vents, and I think they've come up through there and through the floor. But we sprayed all that area, we sprayed it inside and outside, so fingers crossed we've eliminated them, but we've got a can of Raid on hand.
We've stopped again. We thought we'd best check while it's still light if there's anything behind this light, you know, like a nest or like that. So we've just pulled over, and Nicky's just going to take this light off and just make sure there's nothing behind it. Let me see if I can see any more since we've been driving. No, thankfully there's nothing that I can see. Fingers crossed we've got it all, but we just want to check. We don't want to be taking anything to another site with us.
Where's it going at?
There's going to be at least a few anyway.
I don't know. Well, it could be in the light fitting. Right, wait a minute.
None at all.
No, but this is stopping the wires.
Oh, they could be in there.
No, if they were in there, you'd see some right now. Can you get this door open for me? There's clips that are falling out on the floor there, which I need. Right, can you see out in the back of the light?
one there.
Can you see what in the back of the light?
Give me a torch.
Nothing.
But good news, right?
One there. But they came running out of here, but I'll give it a blast. And we'll take some of this insulation out because that's a little bit too tight.
Starting to debate whether this van life thing's for me. Leaks, bites. Got 3 bites on my legs. Mini spiders, thousands of them marching everywhere.
Well, what can I say? Worst night's sleep of my life. We got here, which I'll show you around in a minute. We're actually in the middle of a forest. It looks like last night it looked like the Forbidden Forest from Harry Potter. There are thousands of people here, and we're very close to the beach. So the humidity is, what, 82%?
Yeah.
82%. You walk outside, and even though it's not super hot, it's like 24 degrees outside at the minute, you feel like you need a bath because it feels like your clothes are sticky and wet, and basically it felt like we were just sleeping on wet sheets. So there we go.
Bacon, though.
I've been to the shop on the scooter. There's a little shop on site. We will show you around this entire place. It reminds me of Fort Wilderness. We have got still quite a lot of spiders. They're not ants, they are spiders, and they're on the outside of the van. So I've been around this morning spraying more raid and brushing them all off. I think they've got into the nooks and crannies when the van's been warm, and I think the big mistake we made was that we let the van park and touch the trees, and they've come off the branches and gone onto the van. So there's still quite a few. We found about 5 inside this morning and about 50 on the outside, but they've all been removed. So keep going round, brushing them off. But touch wood, we think we've got rid, don't we?
Yeah.
And we managed to do his laundry yesterday, so we got all his bedding, clothes, pants, everything that we need changed and washed. So we got clean bedding last night.
I'm just putting cream on my mozzie bites.
Yeah, I've got 3 bites as well. So I went to the shop and I got some bread, some bacon, some sweets, some more raid, some antibacterial wipes, and
I'm gagging for a cup of tea now.
And I've already had breakfast. So I'll show you around, just give us a second. So this is where we're camping, literally in the forest. Last night it was pitch black, there was no street lighting or anything like that. We're parked just off the entrance on the right hand side. Somebody else leaving there. Lots and lots of people, and it goes back right into the woods all over there, and just behind the tree line in the background there is the sea.
Never seen round bacon before.
It smells a bit weird. It says bacon fumed, which I presumed meant smoked, because it does smell smoked. And it's very thin, like it's almost like Parma ham.
Right, so yeah, as Nick said, we are now at this new Airs. It is in the middle of a forest, as you can see behind me. When we got here last night, it was obviously pitch black. It looked like the Forbidden Forest from Harry Potter. We were like, wow. And we had a little look around and just, you know, decided where to park. We parked there. There's no trees above us, so Starlink works good. And I just love, like, each time we go to a different place, get a different vibe, and I just love it here. So we're going to go for a little explore now. It's actually quite late in the day. We've just been catching up and stuff, and debugging the van as much as we can. So now we're going to just go and have a little look around. We're very close to a beach, and there's cafes and stuff around. We've had no lunch, so we'll go and have a look. So I'll just show you around this bit while Nick's getting ready. So over there is like a permanent caravan site. Some picnic tables. We were up there earlier, but we've moved back, so we're not under trees. And it goes in a loop all the way around, like a big circle. And there's these in between as well. I just love it. Love how everybody's just here and packed up and loving the outdoor life, even though if it does mean ants. So we've got the scooters out, and we're just going to go for a little explore, and then tomorrow we're going to explore the biggest sand dune in Europe. So on this site there's a spa shop. It looks like you can get or rent bicycles and things there.
Pizzeria.
And a pizzeria and bar. This is where we are right at the moment. The beach, Plan Plage de Biscarrosse. I'm sure I said that perfectly.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Wow, just 5 minutes away from the campsite is this amazing beach.
It's giving me Cornish vibes.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll do Cornish ice creams?
No. I can't see any kind of snack trucks or anything, to be fair. No.
Nothing here, nothing there.
No.
The closest thing is the Spar and it's shut for lunch.
Beans on toast for us then later. Are you going to do what you did in Sarasota and go right in with all your clothes?
No, Stacey would I would, and if you actually went in water, I'd probably do it. I'm just going to tap my feet because it says it's 19 degrees C, so I'm going to test that out.
Go on then. Is it lovely and warm?
It's much warmer on the other side when you're in Cocoa Beach. So if you imagine a straight line out here, I mean I don't know what angle it's at, but you'd end up being at a Cocoa Beach pier. That blows my mind, that. So we picked this camping car park because it was the closest one to Dunes de Pilat, I think it is, which is actually 17 kilometres on this beach, and it's the biggest sand dunes in the whole of Europe. We are planning on visiting there in the next few days, weather dependent, but it's that direction, and we're about 17 kilometres south.
So the beach is just there where we went down, and here you can see the forest where the van is.
The forbidden forest.
Yeah, it's like something from a mystical land, isn't it, where we are?
Still reminds me of RV campgrounds in America, like the ones at Yosemite where you're on really tall pine trees and you park your motorhome or your RV below it. It just has that feel, apart from it has a lot of humidity because of the water.
These e-scooters are one of the best things we've ever brought.
They are amazing.
We can just get all over wherever we are with these and just...
You don't have to sweat to death either from walking.
Nope. We've just found exactly what we were looking for. La Siesta, beach bar and tapas. We were just saying how there's hardly ever sort of any beach huts or anything like you get in America. And then we found this.
It's like Cornwall, doesn't it? It feels like Cornwall.
Oh my goodness, this food looks amazing. So we have a charcuterie board full of meat, tzatziki and some bread to dip in, some fries and a bowl of bread. It looks amazing.
You missed my beer off.
Oh, and it's got to be tzatziki.
I don't know what it is.
With
it's like a paprika oil or something. Let's try this. Really minty actually.
Good. I'm going to try one of them. Nice little gherkin, or as Americans call it, pickles.
A little pickle.
So we have lots of different meats, cheeses, breadsticks, pickles, gherkins. Look at that cheese under there, Nick.
Where?
Under there, is it right?
Cheese?
Yeah.
No, I don't think that is.
It is.
That's like,
I remember some pate or something.
Yeah, it's like a pate.
That's definitely cheese there.
We said no to a dessert. We're very good, aren't we? We've been very healthy.
We had a cafe au lait with
A little biscuit. Like a little shortbread.
And we try and show the prices in America, but we don't tend to do it here. But for all that was €51.50.
That is our dinner today, though.
Yeah, that's all the food we're gonna have tonight.
Not including an alcoholic drink, your bottle of litre of.
So there's a litre bottle which you can take away. I'll have to try and scooter with that on my head, and then all that food, and it was absolutely beautiful.
It was amazing.
It's time to make this bed
Not
for
even
tonight.
tired.
Not tired.
We've got an early start tomorrow, so the plan will be first thing in the morning, refuel the van, do the servicing to empty the toilets and refill us some water, because we're gonna see the dunes and then we're off to the Dordogne.
Yes, and Leroy Merlin.
Yes, for ant spray, to do like a proper wash round of the vehicle underneath, some ant traps just to be on the safe side. Could still keep finding the odd one, and I want to get some of this tubing for the sink. And if it's not too difficult and the quality's all right, I'll do the shower one first, and if that's fine, I'll do this one. But we've just been doing some research, and we're still going to do it while we're in bed, looking up the dunes and where we're going to stay tomorrow night in the Dordogne.
Right, come on, Boris, get this bed made.
Boris.
We'll see you in the morning. Time to get up.
No, it's not time.
Good morning, welcome to the next day. We're just doing the final checks to shut down here. We are leaving this site. We're going to go and fill up with water, drop off our waste, etc. at the barrier on the way out, and then we are heading to the sand dune, the largest sand dune in Europe. I would have thought that the largest sand dune in Europe was in France, but it is. And it's about 17 kilometers away from this campsite. And that's where we are headed today. Are we sorted?
Yeah, I've just got to put this louver now on the flap.
What's that for?
It's so that the thing doesn't get stuck with bits of number 2.
Lovely.
And it helps the rubber seal on the toilet. It's all nice and fresh now. So we just need to put him back in and we're ready to go.
116 euros later, we're now full of petrol.
1 amp less.
Where the stars shine as far as we can see, where the sun paints the sea. Ocean breeze, waters deep, come with me.
So the dunes have started. As you can see, we're 5 minutes away from the big one. The sun is not out yet, but it's probably quite nice for a climb up the dunes. What's the temperature this morning?
21.
Much nicer. Right, we're in the car park, so there is plenty of room in the car park. Coaches, cars, and then a spot for motorhomes down here in zone 3.
It's 10 euros for 4 hours.
Yep. Are you ready for this?
Yep.
It's just a few steps in it.
I'll remind you of that when we get to the top.
So the steps, or you can climb up in the sand. So we're
going to do the steps.
probably going to do the steps.
We're here. Dune's there. Does that mean 10 minutes from there to the dune?
So a
from
10-minute walk
So about
to get to the dune.
So about 15 minutes from here. Well, look at that.
Ooh, restaurant.
Breakfast first, yeah?
There's the cafe. We'll look at that when we climb the dune. Some snacks, ice cream, gift shop.
More snacks.
More snacks.
Wow.
They call it the village, this little bit.
Yeah, I think there's cabins here as
Yeah,
well.
there is
I don't know
cabins
whether it's
somewhere.
these you can stay in, or whether it's referring to these as cabins.
Yeah. Oh, this dune. It's nothing. It's well nice, easy. Here we go.
Oh my god, I can see it sticking out above the trees. I'm off back.
So apparently it's a major tourist attraction, this, and it attracts 2 million visitors a year.
2 million and 2. We haven't even got to the steps yet, and we're knackered.
It's quite hard walking in sand.
It is. I think we should take our socks and shoes off, actually. It may be better to help us get...
You want your shoes on before we get to these steps?
Well, yeah, maybe. So there we go. So that's just to the first bit, I believe. Is that the top?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that's not then.
We seem to have got into a group of 5,000 children.
Screaming, all of them. I'm knackered and we've even got to steps.
Let's go. That's how we should be doing it, with enthusiasm like that. Right.
It makes the steps
Let's go.
maybe look like a...
Count them as we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Easy. 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 256, 257, 258,
8,009.
1,052, 2,000. My leg's gonna explode.
Oh my god, look at that view already. We're not even halfway.
When it's time to go back down, you've got to run down that dune.
Need some water, I've got sand in my throat.
Done. It does only take about 10 minutes to get to top, but it's quite breathtaking.
You best turn round, we're not done.
Huh?
That way.
Almost. I feel like I'm on an episode of Stargate. I've just come through Stargate and I'm exploring.
Just need a camel to take us up.
Thank goodness it's a cooler day today. We've watched videos of people doing this in the blistering heat and they've been like almost dying when they got to the top. There's a nice breeze. and it's quite cool.
Oh, this is a cafe.
And that's the other side now, we're at the top. Wow, it's even more impressive looking over the forest view.
We were staying there last night. Well, the last 2 nights we stayed there.
Yeah. That's amazing. The sun came out finally, and it does look a lot better in the sun. Right, so I have some facts about the dune, lovingly prepared by myself, not from my phone whatsoever. So as I said, it's the tallest sand dune in Europe. It's located in La Teste de Bouc, which is around 60 kilometers southwest of Bordeaux. The dune measures between 100 and 115 meters high, depending on the time of year. It also shifts roughly 1 to 5 meters per year eastward due to tides and winds. The Dune of Pilat is estimated to contain 60 million cubic meters of sand, and it's constantly moving and has been slowly encroaching on the surrounding forest for centuries. The pine trees around the dune were planted in the 18th and 19th century to prevent erosion. With over 2 million visitors a year, the Dune of Pilat, I wonder if it's Dune of Pilat actually, I don't know, might be saying it wrong. Dune of Pilat is a popular tourist destination. Visitors can enjoy climbing at the dune, which we've just done, paragliding, I've not seen anybody doing that, or relaxing on the beach at the base. And it offers stunning views of the Atlantic Ocean, the Landes Forest and the Arcachon Bay. Right, to get back down, you run down there.
I'm going to do it.
But don't really, because you break your neck going down there.
Yeah, would you?
Of course you would.
Right, we're doing it. Go. Come on, Pot Deliana. Oh, it's easy going down. Although I'm going to get a lot of sand in my shoe, I can feel it. We're almost halfway down already. If you stop, you're going to get sand back flop into your shoes. This is easy. Although I have got lots and lots of sand in my shoes, I can feel it. And I'm almost at the bottom. Oh my God. I've actually put like a stone on in sand weight. Come on, we can do it.
I feel like
Don't
I've
stop.
got the whole dune in my feet.
Me too. When I get the when I take my shoe out at the bottom, I'm literally going to be able to build a sandcastle. And we're at the bottom where the steps start. Let me see how much dune I've got. Half a dune in there, half a dune. I bet there's a lot more in mine. I'm about an inch taller. Ready? And there's still a lot on my socks. Right, finally got sand out of my shoe, although I suspect I'll be seeing sand in these shoes forevermore now. We've just walked down from the dune and we've just stopped at the first cafe that we came to. What's it called, Lee? This'll be good.
Dune.
Toccoa Dune. I'm going to get some granola and yogurt with fresh fruit and cafe au lait.
Look at that granola bowl that Nick's got. I might have a spoonful.
I bet you're regretting not getting it.
No, I'm not that hungry, but it does look amazing.
Is that ginger or peach?
It
looks like peach.
Fabulous. And a cafe au lait.
That breakfast has got to be the nicest breakfast I've ever had.
When she put it down on the table, I was like, oh, I'm gutted, I'm not hungry, because it looked amazing.
Yeah, I noticed. Use this coffee spoon and
Have a little try.
You're in it more than I
A
was.
little try. I had 2 spoonfuls, but
You
it was
didn't.
the
You
best
had a lot more than
granola
that.
I've ever tasted.
It was cinnamony and fruity and honey and sweet and the yogurt. Oh my God.
Now we need a supermarket to buy all the
Yeah,
stuff
we're going to make it
ourselves.
ourselves.
Right, so we've been here about an hour and a half. It was €7, or as Nick put it, 7 euros.
Deep in euros.
Right, our next stop is a Leroy Merlin, which is a bit like a B&Q over here. We're going to get some ant traps because we're still seeing a few ants around, and some ant powder and stuff like that, ant spray. And then we're also going to get another latch for a latch that's broken in the back. And we're going to hopefully get some piping to replace that one that's leaked and corroded and just melted away basically. So hopefully we can get that and fix that. This looks like one big Leroy Merlin.
Well, it is one big Leroy Merlin.
It looks a massive one. Just looking at our options for piping and hosing and tubing and all sorts.
So we're just piecing it together now, what we need. So that's our sink pipe. That goes into that, like that. And it's just a fall pipe, so it doesn't need to be watertight at this end. That will then go into a plastic pipe there, which will need to be sealed on there because it's quite loose.
Very loose.
Because we don't want the water to come down the pipe and then trickle down here, which it would do. So that goes in there. We then need to get that. Again, it's a fall pipe, so gravity will keep it in place. The fall pipe will take it there. And then another one across the floor. Again, we'll have to seal that. And then that will go through the floor, outside, from inside the cupboard. Yeah?
Yeah.
And then we need another strip of pipe.
Right, we'll be back to you when we've got it all. We're going to get what we can get done in the Leroy Merlin car park, just in case we've not got what we need. Fabulous doing DIY. When it's 30 degrees, it's got really hot again. Going okay so far?
No. Right, new pipes on, there. It's been solvent welded in there. We've also put some CT1 on the seals. There, down to the floor, and then I'll show you underneath the van when I go under, but we're just about to test it. So, here we go. I don't see any leaks, no dribbles. This could be a good sign. And I can feel water going through. Well done.
Thank you. 3 hours and 30 minutes later, we're on our way again. So we think it's all fixed. New piping in for the sink, new piping in for the shower.
No, I couldn't do the shower.
Oh, I thought you did it.
No,
you tried to do it.
I had to butcher some of the decent pipe that we took out and then just connect the outside shower drain to the inside to the outside water tank. It's all, if anything leaks, it'll drip outside.
Yeah, so all the sink's done now.
Yeah.
We've tied all the back, we've put some ant powder down,
to stay on
and some ant traps where we think they're needed. We have got now a 3-hour journey to our next destination, which
Continue
now
for 3 kilometres.
it'll be straight to the Airs and just getting set up there.
We were going to go to a French Passion, weren't we?
Yeah, but we're going to get there too late. They said you can't go until before half. We're going to get there before 6:30. It's going to be after that. So it'll be in Airs, which is fine. And it's in the Dordogne region, which is our next region where we're going. Is there any French cafes around? I'm hungry.
Plenty.
You had that lovely bowl of granola, but I were a bit stuffed.
Still eat it. It were absolutely delicious.
This looks like a nice,
Making me eyes go funny.
a nice little town coming up, maybe.
Can't believe it's so late in the day. It's like 10 to 5.
I know.
Look at that chateau up there.
Ah.
Maybe we call for tea.
I don't know what it's called. I wonder if they're nice grapes. Is it grapes? Is it vines then?
Yes, they're grapevines.
I wonder what kind of wine those will make. Nice
They
glass of
look-
red, maybe.
They look like white. They look like Chardonnay, like white grapes.
Now 50 minutes away from our park up, thank goodness because I'm so hungry, and we're just passing on the right hand side the River Dordogne.
Which is what the entire region was named after.
And we're just driving over the Dordogne now.
La Dordogne. That is massive.
Yeah. just coming into the town of Beynac-et-Cazenac.
My God, look up there. You can't see it. We just kind of...
We'll show you a lot more of that tomorrow, also later this evening, because we're planning to go out for something to eat once we get to our park up. Right, we've made it to our French Passion. We've just parked up, met the lovely owner, gone into his shop there, and I'll show you what we've just bought. And we're here for the night. It is 7:30 in the evening and it's 32 degrees. So the weather and temperature has ramped right back up today as we've got closer to here, and look at the view that we have. And where the castle is on the top, that is where we're going to go explore fully tomorrow. But I think we're going to just head in now on the scooters to have a meal somewhere. So, but how lovely is this? So there's spaces here for 5 campervans, motorhomes. Currently there's only 2 that I can see, us and another one. So we're just going to get ourselves set up here, then head into town. So these are the products that we bought from the shop. So we've got some tomato, what is this? Tomato sauce?
I think it's tomato marinade, so you like something tomato.
Well, we'll have to get some pasta or something to go with that.
Well, we're going to put it on crackers and things.
Crackers?
Yeah.
It's tomato sauce for like pasta.
No, it's not. It's
Well,
tomato marinade.
Marmalade.
Marinade.
That looks a bit too runny for crackers. Anyway, we got that, and we got this bottle of wine, which he said was very good, and then we got this. We think it's some kind of obviously walnut cake.
It is, because walnuts,
but we weren't sure.
One of their products on site.
So all that was €28.70. So you do have to weigh up, these French Passion sites. i.e. we went in there and you can stay here and you're expected, not really expected, but you're supposed to sort of like buy something from the shop.
No obligation.
No obligation, but he said, do you want anything from the shop this evening? And I said, yeah, let's go and have a look. And we've just spent €28 on that. Now I said to Nick, there's a camping car park just down the road. We could have probably got 2 nights at the camping car park with full services for €28 maybe. But it's nice that we're here supporting some, a local business. We've got some local products. He said they were all local. So it is nice, and we've got a fantastic view as well. Right, we have Madge and Mateo, our scooters out. We're heading into the village for some food.
What's it called, the village?
Beynac-et...
No, you're wrong.
Beynac-et...
No.
What is it? Cazenac.
I can't remember the first word, but it's et-Cazenac.
Yeah.
But it's Beynac-et-Cazenac. Something like that.
Yeah.
We'll get it right at some point.
Yeah. Well,
you can just see the chateau over there, which we are going to visit tomorrow, hopefully.
Let me just put this on. It's 28 degrees, but feels like 38, my phone just said.
It's actually 38, I'm sure it is.
Oh God, it's absolutely baking, and it's 8:15 on a night. This is worse than it was in Florida.
It is, actually.
It's a good job, it's such a beautiful place. So we are in
Beynac.
Let me just get my phone up. Beynac.
He's been practicing off camera.
Beynac-et-Cazenac. And it's a beautiful, beautiful French village with a castle on the top. We'll be exploring it all. Well, the guy in the shop, who is French, said it was a castle. He pointed it and he said it's a castle.
Yeah, he's translated it. Chateau, it means castle.
Oh, okay.
In English. I think it does in a way.
So we're going to explore this town properly tomorrow. But for tonight, we've just ordered our
Tomorrow,
meal.
we're jumping in river to cool off.
I could just... if it's anything like this, although I bet it's full of mozzies. And I've had my first alcoholic drink since I've been in France, because I've got to try. I'm trying a Bergerac red wine on the banks of the Dordogne.
I don't think this is the Dordogne, is it?
Yeah?
Are you sure?
No.
He was right.
Yes, it is the banks of the Dordogne.
So we're going to swim in the Dordogne tomorrow.
Ah.
God, it's so... I'm dribbling. The humidity, I don't know what the humidity is. The van is not livable at the minute. It's like 33 degrees in there. The ants having a field day. We keep swatting them. And we're sat on a terrace in a restaurant. I'm not sure what it's called. I think it's called Menu.
It's called Restaurant du Chateau.
You just made that up.
I think it says out there.
No, that's a different restaurant.
No, it's the same one I looked across earlier.
Oh yes, it is actually.
Thank you.
So we were going to sit down there, but there's actually like a building here. We're not sure whether it's a hotel or just a restaurant, but they've actually got seating downstairs.
A hotel and a restaurant.
Seating downstairs, seating up here. We're on the terrace. We're overlooking the Dordogne. I've just got to look at Leigh, and then in the distance as well, just kind of like between those two trees there, that little tree and that big tree, there's like another chateau. Big loads of logs. So this reminds me of that town that we went with Janine and the kids. Oh, let me zoom out. Hold on.
Don't get me a close up.
Don't worry, we can delete this scene.
I'm already a sweaty mess.
What was the name of the town we went to with Janine? It began with M.
The one on the
hill, yeah.
Hill,
give me that.
No. And it had the church on the top. I can't remember.
Give me that.
Yeah, lost.
I'll give you $1.
Should have brought your own.
I'll give you $5.
I want €5.
I'll give you 10. Give me. Yeah. Please give me.
So we've got a starter, or as they call it here, entree. So
if you are American and you order an entree, you're going to get a starter.
What is it? What you ordered?
It's some kind of it's a cheese, and it's called cabernoc, something like that.
I'm just going to pick it up with my hands.
Looks like a samosa. Is it cheese? Oh. He's hungry.
Oh.
Is it cheese?
Yeah, it's nice. Not too. It's not very kind of cheesy. It's just kind of bland, but I do quite like it.
So it's like a melted cheese inside of like a little samosa type thing?
Man just burst all over the place.
That's because you just wolfed it down. And then there's some balsamic, raspberries, walnuts. Walnuts seem to be a regional thing, and I'm not sure whether that's duck, but I'm hungry, so I'll eat it.
Oh my, I've gone for the salmon with potatoes or something, and a huge carrot. And Nick's gone for...
You're so classy.
Nick's gone
huge
for
carrot.
Well, it is. Nick's gone for the steak. Try that steak. Forget everything else to try that steak.
It looks a bit like the steak we had in Disneyland Paris, but...
Well, like a bit fatty.
Yeah, let me just take a bit off the edge. But the sauce might carry it. It's a little bit fatty, I mean, there's not much...
What kind of steak is it?
The cheapest one on the menu. Right, let's try it. With these potato crush. Frick's sakes. Oh my god.
Is it good? Is it the steak or the sauce which is good, or both?
It's the flavour. It's a bit stringy. It must be like a French steak. And then the flavours, that gravy, oh my god. How's your salmon?
Very good, actually.
It's the first time today he's actually shut up talking.
What?
What are you eating?
It's the first time today I've really eaten.
I've got so many bad bites on my legs. I don't know whether it's from the ants or the mosquitoes or whatever else.
I've only had a slice of toast today.
No, you haven't. You had some of my granola, you had a slice of toast,
well,
you've been snacking on crisps when we went in the van. I was doing the plumbing and he was sat inside eating.
I was just having another moment, thinking we wouldn't be here in this town, village, whatever it is, sat here eating had we not decided to buy Taylor.
That day, when I was sat at the table and you were sat on your computer and I said, let's go to Slough and buy it.
Has influenced us being here right
and it's
now.
Changed. That's the butterfly moment, isn't it?
These carrots are beautiful.
They are. And also, the bites on my legs are there because we made that decision. Oh god. I'm gonna pass out.
I'm still eating bread, it's so nice.
I feel like the witch on The Wizard of Oz when she got the water thrown on her by Dorothy.
You look like her too.
You know what you look like?
Beautiful and handsome.
Is there a fairy tale that... I'll come back to that
It
anyway.
actually looks like a fairy tale
It
town,
does.
doesn't it?
The castle from the background looks like something from Transylvania. It doesn't look princessy, does it?
No.
It looks quite...
I already thought that. When we were coming in on scooters, I thought it looked like Dracula's castle.
Yeah, it looks very... like the Beast's castle, rather than a princess castle. Break your teeth, why don't you?
It's quite hard bread, but it's nice.
We've just ordered dessert, we'll show you what it is when we get it.
Right, I went for the walnut cake, 'cause it seems to be like a traditional thing here, and I asked him if I could
Even though
have
I've just bought some.
I asked him if I could have it with vanilla ice cream, and she said, yeah, it's an extra €3, but it's worth it.
Oh, look at that. I can smell cinnamon, is that in yours?
bit dry actually.
Let me try it.
Not as nice as I was expecting, but it's. I think it's how it's supposed to be. Like it's proper, like traditional, like
Let me try
dry. I do like it. I'm glad I got it with vanilla ice
Oh,
cream.
that's nice. It's got cinnamon in it.
And what have you gone for?
I'm just eating yours. Yours is, I'm sure it's got like cinnamon and nutmeg. It is a bit dry though. Sorry, am I distracting you?
I was just looking at that. Is that a massive big camper van? Yeah, it is. Friggin' hell, that's huge.
Like an ice cream truck.
So what have you gone for?
Like an apple
Big puff pastry
fritter.
phyllo type thing.
and mine comes with the ice cream. I love these little orange things.
And get it in your mush before me vanilla ice cream
Stop
melts.
rushing
My ice cream's gonna melt.
Pushing me, I want to try the ice cream.
Oh my god, it's melting all over the plate.
I'm not so keen on vanilla pod ice cream. It doesn't taste natural. But I'm going to try the
I'm gonna continue eating mine before it
apple
melts.
tart. Here we go. You ready?
I've been ready for the last 10 minutes.
You ready for this? I'm not going to get this in my mouth in one. Very nice.
Do you fancy a hot coffee?
I'm going to throw that beer on you.
Well, I've got to say, all that was absolutely beautiful, spot on. So if you're ever here in this place that we're in,
Beynac. Not bayonet.
Beynac-et.
Bayonet's a bulb.
Was it?
Beynac-et-Cazenac.
If you're ever here, come to the
Beynac, not bayonet.
Bar Hotel Restaurant de Chateau. Beautiful food.
Amazing food.
Amazing food. It's that kind of food that when it comes out at first you're like, there's not much there and it's kind of painted on the plate, but it's just the right portion and every mouthful was absolutely beautiful.
Snack when we get back, yeah?
Maybe. So you could also sit inside if you wanted to. It's actually quite cool in here. But now the sun's gone, it has cooled off slightly. And there's Madge and Mateo waiting for us patiently to take us back to Taylor.
Right, we're back in the van. In the sweat box, which is, how hot is it?
Taylor has made it up to
31.
30.3 degrees.
It's gone down 2 degrees,
Bless
but
her.
it's still bleeding hot. We've got every window and door open. We're just going to put some Avon soft skin on because the mosquitoes can feast themselves on me. I don't care. I just want to be cool. The sun has just set in the distance. It's a bit difficult to see through the fly screen, but there we go. You can see that's where it's just set, and you can see there's a nice little chateau there. And we're just on these crop fields. I don't know what crops it is. Probably wine crops, I don't know. And we're just gonna chill out now, watch some TV. Is Starlink working?
I've not checked.
Better be. But we're off. Can't do without internet. So we're off to watch some TV, chill out, and looking forward to tomorrow.